That's rude. No. That's just life, sweetie. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Dee Dee. Hey, hello. Sometimes y'all give me just golden opportunities, and I'm like, oh, I can sassy one line segue. Hello. Oh my goodness, though. Today was a day. Not necessarily a bad day. It was just a day. I walked how many was it in the end? Oh yeah, just shy of 8,000 steps today. Not by choice. It's different when you decide to go for a long walk on your own. Hello, Jambola. Basically, so how do I tell this story? I guess to give some context, the city where I live is not set up on a grid the way like Toronto or New York City or like those kinds of cities are. So depending where you are in the city, there aren't a lot of streets that are going east and west and connecting to other north and south streets. So I'm already running late this morning. So to get my bus, basically I leave the apartment and I'm on a street that goes east west and I'm like, "Oh, I need to go I need to go east to get to one of the major north south streets so I can get my bus to the apothecary, right?" Okay. Just just a little bit like away from my apartment building. They closed off the street, the east-west street, without any warning. No notice, no nothing, because this isn't my neighborhood. I don't go outside and walk around that often. But like I take out the trash and stuff every day, so you would think there would be some notice if they were going to close it down because of planned maintenance. And the closure was like basically all the way to where I connected to the north south street. So I know this area well enough. I'm like, I'm gonna have to walk either 20 minutes north or 20 minutes south to find an east west street that connects to the north south street so I can get my bus. So leave apartment. Hi Velmo, so I leave my apartment at like a quarter after 8. I don't get on the bus until 9. My shift starts at 8:45. So I'm like, yeah, this is nice. This is great. So, yeah, I checked my like Fitbit right before I got on the bus, and it's 9 a.m. and I'm already at 4,000 steps from how far I had to walk, and also trying to see if any of the one-way streets would let me get to the north-south street faster, because sometimes people don't have fenced-in yards. Don't recommend trespassing, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And if it's 9K steps, close. It was 8K by end of the day. But yeah, it was 9 a.m. and I was almost at 4K steps because of how far I had to walk to find an west-east connecting street to get to the street where I needed to catch my bus. I would have snuck through somebody's yard if they weren't all fenced in. I looked. I tried. And technically in the end, I indirectly snuck through people's yards because in the end, the closest east-west path I could take was through the park. And people's houses have lots that with yards that face the park, so close enough. But yeah, no, I was like, oh my god. It was. I hadn't even had breakfast at that point yet because basically I did like sleep in late, so to speak, but I slept in until like my last alarm. Cause it's like if I have to be out of the apartment by 8:15, like I have to be up by 7 a.m. to feed the cats and like, have coffee, wash my face, maybe eat a little something. So I was like, oh man, 4K steps before I've even eaten anything. I got work done today. I think I dissociated most of the day though. Or for all I know, I actually fell asleep for brief moments of time. I don't know. I was so tired. Like, oh man. Slept a point where eating was an option, pretty much. Was it? Yes. And that's the thing, right? Like, it's like, oh, it's fine, because usually if I get the bus on time and stuff, where it drops me off, there's like a Walmart right there. So it's like, I could just, go in and like buy a box of granola bars or like something else to have for breakfast if I need it, kind of thing. Or like, if I forgot my lunch or whatever. But I'm like, oh no, I am half an hour late already. We got no time for this. And then I was trying to email my boss while I was on the bus to go like, hey, by the way, this is why I'm so late. I'm really sorry. And it was one of those times where the app like has spontaneously logged yourself out and I ended up locking myself out of the app for my email because I got the password wrong. I'm like, fuck, okay. It's like ripperoonie pepperoni. and then day was going pretty well. And then we had a fire drill at 2 p.m. So standing out in the cold, like the actual freezing below freezing temperatures cold for 15 minutes. Like I just want to go home. I just want to go home. But I'm okay now. As I said before, generally not a great idea to have a nap at 5 p.m., but I'm like I need it. I need it after like almost 8K steps. Cuz my work day I usually end up walking like 3K steps doing all the stuff I need to do for the apothecary. The big old detour just added to it. Minus 15, I'd rather I burn in the building. I'm sure some people thought of that as well. It's funny though, because literally what some people will do is they will literally get out of the building and then they'll go sit in their cars. And then where everyone who doesn't have a car is stuck outside for longer because the fire warden security people for the building can't confirm that everyone's gotten out of the building. Stay near burning building for a light toasting. Toasty moonbeams. You guys kind of do look like marshmallows. So I guess a toasted moonbeam would be like a calico color? Like you guys would have the brown spots? Or not yummy? I don't know. You guys move like jello. Edamame are pretty yummy, I gotta say. But yes, that was cannibalism? I mean, I'm not a moonbeam. It wouldn't be cannibalism if I ate you. If you guys eat each other. If you eat me, your IQ will increase dramatically. Alright, guys, we need to divide a quarter, Ranger. We've got some moonbeams who are still doing their education, getting their degrees. They could probably use the extra IQ points. Especially Art, he's doing like a biochemistry degree. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I don't got a lot to give, don't worry, Zod, I don't either. You need to be kicking your ass sometimes? No! I remember those days. I remember those days. And I was in what do they call it? I guess a humanities course, because I was doing communication and or journalism stuff. I definitely had a classmate who was not classmate, sorry, a roommate who was in science stuff, and I'm like, man. Like, how did you end up in this? And she's just like, you're doing communication? I don't have my old notes to give you anymore. Probably would definitely not be the same course material anyway, but yes, I understand your struggle. The bane of my existence was there was a course in communications we had to do on statistical stuff. I cannot grasp numbers, and then to make it even worse, my partner just decided she was gonna drop the course without telling me. So I'm here trying to contact her still to do our presentation, because we had to present during our seminar, the small group up thing. And just the day of, the TA's like, where's your partner? I'm like, I don't know, I've been emailing her for 3 weeks, she never answered. And I'm like, I finished it all on my own. And then I remember there was another project in that statistics class, and someone got, what was it? They tried to cut me out of the group project. And I was like, why did you do that? They're like, you didn't show up for, the transcribing stuff. And I'm like, you guys never contacted me. They said, well, we were going to the library. I'm like, going to the library when? Where? It's a 6-story building. If you all show up for a group project and one person's missing, do you guys not try and message that person and go, hey, where are you? People really don't give a damn. They don't give a damn, and yet they try and cut you off, and then when you confront them, they're like, well, you know, it was justified. I'm like, no, it wasn't. You didn't even try. Welcome back, Ranger. God, I remember in high school, too, there was a project we had to do as a class, and we are like a group, and we had agreed to meet at this girl's house at X time, and they decided that wasn't gonna work because they wanted to go party the night before. And rather than like use like Facebook or the school's like internal email system to let me know, and like I checked both before we left the house, they decided they were going to tell my best friend because they shared a class with her in the afternoon. They were like, you tell her for us. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, she messaged me over like Skype or no, it was MSN even. At like 7 p.m. and I'm like, my parents said, you know, no. They said we can't take you to this girl's house later. We're just gonna drop you off there because that's what was agreed on. They can just wake her up. Needless to say, these girls were pissed. Like, oh, they were pissed. And I'm like, you're justified. But also, why the fuck did you ask Kayla to tell me? She's like, she was supposed to tell you. I'm like, yeah, she told me at 7 in the morning, and after I logged into MSN for the first time since like the day before. Like, we have a school email, we have Facebook. You guys definitely know my full name because, like, you know, you're friends with my cousin. High school girls, man. One of them, later on, they had the balls to ask if they could borrow my shoes because, like, you know, it's Canada, it's winter, there's snow. This girl was wearing flats because she got driven to school and she wanted to walk with all of her gang to Tim Hortons. And she wanted me to give her my boots because I wasn't going outside. I'm like, no! Why would I give you my shoes so you can go to Tim Hortons? Are you gonna bring anything back for me? No, then definitely not. Kids, man! Hell no, right? And I'm like, yeah, no. That ain't no. Like, yes, I'm wearing indoor shoes, but I'm like, I'm not chasing you down for the rest of the day. Cause like, you know, I know in some countries you're in the same group with people almost all day. That's not the case in like a lot of Canadian American schools. So I'm like, I'm not chasing you down all day so I can try and get my boots back. So glad to be out of school. I bet you work in a school still, so you still see all kinds of stuff, I'm sure. Alright, give me 1 sec and then we'll get started. Alright, there. Speeding curator band. What were we talking about? Lovely school memories? Yeah, basically. Was talking about, in particular, so Zexu and I discovered they're studying in the same, what's this about a band? Oh, Sari banned a bot, that's all. It shows at my end, and I think probably the moderator's end when a bot's been, like, banned, but yeah. But yeah, too long don't read for the conversation we had while you were gone. Zexu and I discovered that our majors in university were the same. So I started reminiscing about some awful group projects I had. And then that brought me back to how, like, awful some group projects in high school were. And it's just, yeah. Well, like, man, fuck school. And now we're gonna play Danganronpa, where definitely everything is fantastic in this school. Definitely makes our school lives look a lot better, but, you liked school? Let me guess, you were popular. Because you've said no, I was a nerd, but not the anime nerd, so probably not picked on that bad. I don't know. Just anytime. Hi, Jackon. Just anytime you hear about people who are like, what are you talking about? School was great for me. I'm like, ah, yes, you were normal. A space nerd? That doesn't count. Okay. That's being rude, but yeah. I feel like, in terms of bullying, Space Nerd probably wouldn't register in most people's sphere. Just, yeah, anytime someone was like, I liked school, it's like, you were never bullied, were you? You never had, like, locker doors slammed on your neck, or had people, like, knock you out, or, like, spread, like, malicious rumors about you. I was never bullied, I was respectful and respected. Get out of here! That's what being popular is! We got an imposter among us! No? Don't fight me. Don't fight me. You want to get timed out for 10 minutes again? It is! It is! No, being popular means you were liked. At least that's how it was for me. Different people probably have different definitions of being popular, but being liked is being popular in my brain. Then I was slightly popular. Yeah, see? Once again, if someone tells you they liked school, it's 'cause they were not bullied. And I mean, you could tell Ranger actually has some self-assuredness to him that I'm like, nerds who were bullied definitely do not. Even when you like get to a point as a grown-up where you're more confident in yourself, if you were ever bullied at some point, there's just a certain way you carry yourself for the rest of your life. So you were popular and smart, yeah. And then there's me, bullied so badly I did have a single friend until I was 13 years old. Because my elementary school was so small, I was the scapegoat for the entire grade. And, like, some of the upper and lower grades. So basically, Ranger is the complete package, more or less. We gotta put him in the cage. we gotta make him understand. No, we're not gonna make him understand. That's taking that joke too far. I'm glad school was a good time for you, Ranger. Honestly, I am. We saw a glimpse of the dark side. You guys know I have it in me here and there for the most part. No problem, but as they say, zombie apocalypse, you see the true sides of people, blah 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 blah. I've got like a teeny bit of like a sadist streak, like just like a teeny. Which is probably why I like depressing anime, so you know. At least I'm upfront about it. See, that's the thing though. When people hide their negativity, that's one thing. When people are like, yeah, I know this is like a thing or a flaw or whatever. Excuse me. This game is always so loud, even with my headphones off and all the way across the desk, I can still hear it. It's fine. You have a bunch of people who care about you now, so who cares? Oh, for sure. Thank you. Most of your struggles were content path related? Fair enough. Yeah, for me, elementary school was the biggest struggle. High school? I don't think I wasn't overtly bullied, but I definitely wasn't super well liked. My cousin that I mentioned was one of the really popular kids. And I heard through the grapevine that if anyone at a party tried to, like, give me grief, he was up in their business about it. Which is too bad that, like, the extended family kind of, like, fell apart. Because I haven't seen him since high school. And then university wasn't too bad. University, I had, like, a group of, like, somewhat close friends. University's where I met Iduna, my bestie, still to this day, so hey. Okay, yeah, see, Ranger was actually a good person. I'm sorry, is a good person. Why did I say was as if you suddenly stopped? I guess it's better to say past Ranger was a good person in high school and is to this day. Uni was definitely a favorite school time. Yeah, I like learning stuff, but the people around you can definitely ruin things. At least in university, for the most part, you're isolated from your classmates. So if you don't have, like, friends in class, it doesn't really matter because you're only with these people for brief periods, like, of the day. And I'm still teaching to this day. Oh god. Prepare yourself, guys. At the Christmas party, Ranger's gonna give us all a test. Uni has a lot more toxicity, does it? Maybe I missed it. I know depending on your roommate situation, there can be a lot of toxicity with girls. Because 18 to 22 is like the age where people start feeling like, oh yeah, I'm an adult. We're gonna handle these problems in an adult way. And in the end, I'm like, you are literally just bullying them, but under the guise of like a family meeting kind of thing. Like, had a friend who mostly stayed over at my place, because the whole reason she got that room was because it was close to where I was living. And then, like, her roommates asked her to come to the house, and they have this family meeting asking, like, why she doesn't like them, and, like, is that why she never comes to the house? And it's like, it's none of your business. For all you know, she was living with a boyfriend, like, and she had just had to get this room because her parents, like, said so, or... Yeah, my depression definitely, like, started with university because of, like, some of the situations I was in, but also a lot of good times. So yeah, 100%. It all depends on the people you were with. Still am, but less now. Yeah, you don't strike me as introverted, but then again, I'm sure I don't strike people as introverted either, and then I'll like, literally, I'm like, yeah, I don't leave the house. I went to touch grass with Iduna and her partner a couple weeks ago, and Iduna's like, you're so quiet today, and I'm like, I'm just vibing. I'm with two extroverts. You strike me as introverted? Okay, well, that's good to know, thank you. I mean, you've known me for a year, so you would definitely know. No, you don't see me easygoing? Yeah, see, there we go. That's the thing, right? The way I always... the old, why aren't you talking? You must not be having fun, more or less, yeah. Well, Iduna does know me very well. I think she just wanted to make sure that, like, you know, I was okay. Definitely a big difference with the screen between people. Oh, absolutely. And, like, that was the thing, right? I was actually pretty extroverted when I was little, before the bullying really started. So I always say I am an extrovert, but, like, mental illness, depression, anxiety, and stuff made me more introverted. So when I have really good days, the extroversion comes out a little bit more, but for the most part, yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna stay away from people. No. Behind every introvert, there's a bullied extrovert. No! Oh, that's true, but that's so sad at the same time. Yeah, that should be it. And then the game just completely drops its volume. The balance is terrible. And now there's, like, barely any volume. Jeez. It's so funny, like, the starting screen in Danganronpa has entirely different volume controls than once you're in the actual game. Okay. I can't... Now we can forget about negative things and watch high schoolers murder each other. You've got a new telescope. That's cool. Like, obviously you're gonna use it to watch the sky, but are there any astrological Is it astrological? No, astronomical. There we go. Astrological is zodiac sign stuff. Are there any astronomical events in particular you want to use the telescope for? The SpaceX launches from your house? My god. I was almost an astrophysicist? Whoa, that's cool. I mean, you don't have to go into your life story if you don't want to, but is there a reason why you didn't go down the path? Was it like, you know, just money? Was the course load just too much? Did you realize it wasn't really what you thought it was gonna be? Hi, Velmo! I pat your little head. Alright, we're supposed to be searching around for clues, but I don't remember exactly what. Because I know we found... There's the dead bodies going around. There's two bodies. Oh wait, no, the bodies went missing, so we're looking for them, I think. I don't know, we played a week ago, then I got a cold, lots of stuff happened. Internet died, huh? The store must be locked. Well, that's suspicious. Sakura, can you break the door? We need to search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that? Huh? Where could the two dead bodies have disappeared to? I don't know. How about checking the locked door behind you? Soundtrack so far, it is pretty great. Oh yeah, Zexu, since I think you're a fan of Danganronpa, you missed when I was playing the Tribe 9 demo, which is like, you know, the latest iteration by the creators of Danganronpa. I'm excited for that when it finally comes out. It's supposed to be in February. The one and only time I ever rage quit a stream because someone pointed... I did? Yeah! With the Tribe 9 stuff because... It was scary, I am so sorry, I know! This was... about a month ago? Was it a month ago? I think so. Basically, I was playing the demo, and someone dropped in chat that the demo was going to be treated like... She had to make a YouTube apology? Close! Not quite. Very close, though. But yeah, someone dropped in chat that, the demo for Tribe 9 was going to be treated like an open beta and all the data was going to be wiped. And I had spent 36 hours during the demo period playing and leveling up all the characters, rolling for all the characters. I got all my faves. And just literally right by the end, someone's like, it's too bad this is an open beta. They're going to release all the data, delete all the data. And I'm like, excuse me? Hold on. What? And then they were like, at that point I was like, there's no point in finishing this demo then. And I just ended stream. Was I here a month ago? I don't think so. It might have been earlier, but I'm pretty sure it was in October. But yeah. Immediately after the stream, I like called Iduna and I'm like, I was an asshole to chat and I feel bad. I just need to tell you about what happened, because I'm gonna go write an apology to them. But I feel really bad for how I handled that. Here's the story on why I stopped. yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? I had never been in, like, an open beta. Never too late to learn more, for sure. And that's the thing, right? I had never been a part of, like, an open beta playtest before. And so every other demo I ever played, you know, your data carried over. And someone was like, you should have known it was, like, open beta or they were gonna erase everything by all of the gems they were giving out. I'm like, but every gacha game, when it launches, they give out a shit ton of gems. How is that supposed to be the indicator? But yes, Ranger, go for it. Chase your dreams. We believe in you. If you ever become famous, I'll interview you. What story am I talking about? Oh, when I was playing the Tribe 9 demo for a gacha game that was created by the Danganronpa people, and I found out literally towards the end of playing the demo that technically, even though it was called a demo, it was an open beta and they were going to erase all the data. And I got really, really aggro because I had spent 30 hours grinding and maxing out all the characters. And I'm like, and especially since I had just spent an hour on stream trying to beat the final boss of the demo. It was like, what? What? Are you telling me this was all for nothing? This was all for nothing. Yeah, since Next Fest is focused on demos, Tribe 9 just rebranded their previous playtest as a demo, which definitely hurt Clarity. Yeah. If that was me, I would have been pissed. Yeah, I was! And that, or so long don't read. That's the story of the one time I got so angry I rage quit a stream. And then I posted an apology in the Discord. I'm like, I'm sorry if I scared anyone for being upset in this case. Was justifiable. I should not have raised my voice at you guys. Oh, yeah. When I was little, I had a very, very bad temper. Over the years, I reined it all in. Makoto, hi.
Come on.
Why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean? I found them. Oh, we just had to click around until finally this triggered. Okay. Ifumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? Yeah, the locked door I checked. Oh, Princess Connect! Oh my god, yeah. Princess Connect was really popular and then they closed it down. That's the mixed thing about gacha games is they can just up and vanish, so depending how much money you stake in, it's like, oh, ow. Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob is, I guess it's unlocked. Then I have no choice but to go inside. So I open the door. And when I entered, and then they said, shutting down on April 1st. Oh no! Oh, that is poorly timed, yeah. Oh my god. I understand that live service games are meant to be lived and enjoyed in the moment, but it's hard to commit if they could just disappear. Yeah. That's the thing, right? Because, what is it? The average life of a gacha game is only 2.5 years, apparently. So, like, a lot of them that have managed to survive 5+ years, that's because gacha games are more popular now, but they're still considered the rarities. So, like, I will spend in a gacha game, but this is mostly why I won't go for, the character and the weapon, or go for, like, the constellations to unlock all the abilities for the character, because I'm like, that's too much. I'm just investing in this as though I'm paying a subscription fee. So when the game does shut down, it's like, okay, this sucks. But I have no idea of the money I put in because it was over a prolonged period of time. And they didn't give me your money back. No! Have to go now. Hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. Okay, Ranger, take care. Relaunching as an offline version? I think that's the best way to go about it, yeah. Because they put so much effort into the stories for these games. It's nice to at least be able to do that. Now, if only Cygames did that with World Flipper. I loved that game. I saw. Oh, and there's Byakuya. Same, I was so sad. Yeah. Rip, bro. Rest in pieces. The two bodies that had disappeared were right there. I love how Makoto's traumatized and Byakuya is just like, ew. That's gross. World Flipper was my jam? Oh no! World Flippers unite! This is like dating me, but I feel like World Flipper appealed to the kids who spent a lot of time when they were younger playing, like, the pinball game that was free on PCs back then. Like, I feel like a lot of those kids, like me especially, who grew up with that, have like a weird nostalgia for pinball games. So it was nice to have like a pinball game combined with like RPG mechanics and stuff. Never touching another Cygames game again? You're getting betrayed? Then don't pick up Grand Blue. Grand Blue Fantasy is Cygames' favorite child. Been going for, I mean, at least for Grand Blue, it's been going for 11 years. The smell of blood made me gay. Grip. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time.
They did a Grand Blue collab with Princess Connect as well. Jita. I played it just for Jita, and I got Jita, and then I never went back to it. Where's the ReZero collab in Grand Blue? That would have been nicer than that time I got reincarnated as a slime. She's pretty strong? Of course she is. She is the singularity. She is the single-handed force that is going to shape the world. She is the inheritor of the power of God of Bahamut. Well, her and Gran.
It's the Monokuma file!
Yay! I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. Yeah, like one of the bodies, was it actually, dead or something?
What?
It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Now, make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later.
Okay, see ya later. Vroom. There they go. Well then, now that we've found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit. She increases attack speed, increases attack damage, crit rate, lowers defensive enemy. Was that Miserable Mist, basically? Because Miserable Mist is a really popular skill in Grand Blue Fantasy, so that's why I'm like, did they just give her Miserable Mist? Now that we've found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit. Oh, hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead, gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is all just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body. Oh, Hifumi, you're so close to our girl now. Then again, you said you don't care about 3D.
Who would do this?
His head is like the entire size of her torso.
Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. This wasn't...
He's alive again?
Again? They did him dirty. Well, yeah, he kinda got taken advantage of. If you know, you know. We've got an ad break going, so I will leave you guys on the cliffhanger. And actually, I'm gonna go refill my water, so it's good timing. Hold tight. Alright. We're back to it. Hifumi's alive again? Shock. Giga shock. Die shock.
Where am I?
Where are you? Well.
Cold. So cold.
Cold. So cold.
Winter coming?
Is winter coming? A little early for that joke, isn't it? Well, okay, Game of Thrones was out since the 90s, but yeah.
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I mean, he's awake. What you should be doing is giving him first aid right now instead of yelling at him.
I remember everything. Before I met you all. I met you all.
If you know, you know. He just dropped a big clue. Ooh. His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me.
Do not go towards the light, my boy.
Like the tail of a comet.
Fun part about revisiting the game? Absolutely.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
Welp. You seem like a Hifumi fan. Are you a Hifumi fan? I guess close enough. I did. He was like, if I ranked him, he would probably be in like the middle of all the characters. Like, not beloved, not hated. Definitely likable. And then they never opened again. No. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. He'd be -0 for me. I love him, but not like this. Understandable. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality. Yeah, thank you, Captain Obvious Dickbag.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words? Now this game has become exceedingly boring. Oh no, the rich boy is bored. Whatever will we do? He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. Then, going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask. And uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends!
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. the trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. You have to go through this one more time. Too much of a high IQ plan for Hero, if you ask me. Oh, for sure. Well, that's the thing, right? He would have had to have faked his whole personality up to this point for him to have pulled off something this complex. That's actually pretty smart too, yeah. Like, he could have gone, like, it could have actually been a very interesting twist. I like the twist of this particular murder well, but it would have also been an interesting enough twist if you found out during the trial that Yasuhiro has been faking his whole ass personality. Like, this whole time. The twist of making Hero likable and relevant. Dun dun dun. That's sort of the downside to the sequels not focusing on the OG cast quite as much. They kind of miss some opportunities to really let the characters shine now that, you know, they've gotten out of this situation and all that stuff. Because who knows? Hero could have actually grown into a very capable person once all of the circumstances and stuff of the world were revealed, blah 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 blah. Because, I mean, he is quite silly, but at the same time, the fact that despite everything they've gone through, he's remained consistently the same, like, for the most part, very calm, almost always has an idea, whether or not it made sense or not, he's able to think quick on his feet. That's a good person to have during these times. He's a mood maker. He keeps the morale up. Even if it's just by being stupid. He seems more trustworthy because of that than someone like Hina, who is very clearly falling apart at the seams. And if she snapped and murdered someone, it wouldn't have been a surprise because she's so emotionally unstable at this point. So stupid is the correct term, yes. Yeah, I'm not denying that I'm not denying that Hiro isn't stupid or trying to say he's, like, not. I'm just saying that, he had potential as a character to develop into something because him always being so cool-headed and kind of the mood maker is a good asset to have in the apocalypse. Versus Hina just letting everything get to her. I mean, she's the moral center. So if she destabilizes and loses it, everyone would fall apart. So Hina's a good character to have around, but she's also a dangerous character to have around. I have to accept it. Of course, this is all hypothetical, because we all know Danganronpa did not go that deep. Tribe 9, from what we saw of the gacha game, does seem to be going deeper into that stuff, though. So that'll be interesting. I have no choice but to go through with this, to make sure everyone survives. I think the later Danganronpa games do get deeper and darker into human psychology. Just, yeah, the first one is just... You played all of them already, right? No, but I do know the gist of what happens with 2 and a tiny smidge of what happens in 3. Because, I mean, 1 and 2 have been out for so long that if you live on the internet, you would get spoiled for a lot of it. Especially if you're active in visual novel communities. Because, I mean, Danganronpa isn't a visual novel, but, like, you know, the fans intersect. All I gotta say is V3. Yeah, I know V3 gets pretty fucked up. I don't know the specifics of everything, but I do know some of the basic premises of it. Definitely the entry you know the least about, yeah. And I mean, part of that, I think, is because it's also relatively recent, because V3 was like, what, 2018? So it's definitely, it's not like brand spanking new, but it's newer. So people are a little more closely guarded about it, versus V2, which has been out for 10 years, at which point people are like, well, it's your fault for not playing a 10-year-old game by now, ho 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 ho. First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Your jaw dropped so many times in V3. Even with the silly tone, that statement still made me feel something. Oh, I understand. I understand. But yeah, no, the jaw-dropping moments are why I'm excited for the collaboration between the Danganronpa creators and Kotaro Uchikoshi. Because, man, my jaw was on the floor so much with the Zero Escape series. And it makes me excited to be able to play some of his earlier visual novels. Now they're coming out officially in English again. I mean, I know some people are really upset about one of them being the Xbox version because they rewrote the story, but I'm like, I know so much about the original version because, again, the internet does not shut up. It changes to the story might actually be nice. I might actually get surprised. That's it?
Very strange.
It's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could, anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Ifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you... What are you doing here? I'm sorry, my accent fell off for a moment. That was weird.
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question and hopefully not strain Diana's throat in the process. I hope you warmed up. Did you warm up, girl? I sort of warmed up. Good girl! What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Well, you'd have to be a real simp to be someone's accomplice. I wonder if there's anyone silly enough for that. Besides Toko, I mean. Toko obviously would do it. Byakuya could tell her to get on all fours and bark like a dog and she'd do it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
I wonder. We say as if we all haven't either played Danganronpa before or watched someone play Danganronpa before. So basically, you could be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
So, are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you didn't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder. Only one blackened can graduate, an accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened? So just one person?
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all of the contestants. Boo-boo-boo-hoo-hoo. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then, Kyoko, where are you?
However...
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to press further information. Yeah, Celeste, why are you so gung-ho all of a sudden? It's not like you like Tifumi. You know, don't you think we should consider asserting someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack.
What?
Girl pops up just to go like, bitch! What? I'm offended. Oh! You! When did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding.
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. Sato! Thank you for the radio. Hello, everyone. Oh my god, the bombs! The bombs! Everyone, the siren was flying. Oh no! Oh my god! Bye, everyone! Shout out! Thank you for the shout. Are you winning? I think so. I think we're winning. Hello, Tato. Thank you for raiding. Were you still playing? I nearly said Xenoblade, then I nearly said Xenomorph. I'm like, the game is Aliens. I think you were playing Aliens, right? Did you finally finish? We finished it today. Nice! I'm not a fan. Xenomorph Chronicles. Oh, damn. That would be... Well, I guess that is technically an Alien series. Really good game. Could recommend. Yeah! I've heard a lot of great stuff about that game with, the Aliens AI being so good. Definitely messes with you. I've seen a lot of streamers who are really good with horror games be generally unnerved with that one because, yeah, you're actually being hunted. Ooh. Anyway, hello everyone. If by chance you're not a fellow Moonbeam already, hello, I'm Diana. I play visual novels, I play adventure games, I play JRPGs, especially anything that's sort of visual novel adjacent, that's got the vibes. People are bad with horror games? Yeah, some people are bad with horror games. I used to be bad with horror games. Oh, Toko. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic. Blah, 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 blah. Now I need to get the accent back. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again. Sometimes you can get good screams out of them though, so true.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Damn. Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. Oh, but one of us had an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? Well, could it be that Diana is not good with horror? I think I'm decent with horror, honestly. I think there's only been a few times I've actually screamed while playing Fatal Frame and like stuff like that. We'll have to see though. At some point I will play another horror game. My brain blanked for a second there. I haven't really played any of the horror games that have like the shooting aspects in it. The clock tower ones were pretty good. True. Clock tower. Look, in my defense, I didn't know Scissor Man could just frickin' fall from the ceiling whenever he really, really wanted to. Clock tower was great though, yes. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. The Clock Tower remake is out now? Yeah, it came out October 29th or something like that. Definitely give it a try if you haven't. Clearing, getting like a couple endings took about like 4 hours. It's not a terribly complex game, but yeah, you get chased by Scissor Man like most of the time. Monokuma File 3 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Do, 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 do. Alright. He's looking a little pixelated. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. The Tim Burton Scissor Man. Yes! Scissor Man. Scissor Man, Scissor Man. I guess Scissor Boy didn't really have the same kind of horror to it, but I'm pretty sure Scissor Man is like an 8-year-old. If like I understood the lore that you find in the game correctly, but... his really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Well, where there's a will, there's a way, I suppose. From the nurse's office where he was discovered, to here, the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's like maybe he got up and walked, because he wasn't fully dead yet, you know? Like, he gave us his last words in here. Maybe, you know, maybe he walked. It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. Damn. They're not giving him a lot of flattering angles, this poor guy. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. Ah, the glasses! That's it! His glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? Well, I guess he couldn't walk with his glasses covered in blood. But who would do that? And why? Such beautiful angles. This poor dude. Dun dun dun. Taka. He'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. He died as he lived. Planking. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left while the body was moved. Apparently. You got him, Makoto. There are too many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? Sure. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So, we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. Oh, that was Makoto, whatever. Whatever! After that, Tina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. How convenient. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning, just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. He really likes cosplaying Gundam. Or Transformers. Looks more like a Transformer, honestly. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office. What's wrong? I saw a shadow! Someone's moving at the top of the stairs! Based on Celeste's claim, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. She screamed! I screamed, you screamed, they all screamed, for Celeste screamed! This time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Ifumi! He's in the nurse's office! This is bad! Let's go! At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But, at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Oh, that is important. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Ifumi's body has disappeared! We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? Nope. This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began searching for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she found the bodies and we all headed to the repository. And there we had discovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However...
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at that case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Thanks, Sakura! Hey, Makoto. I've been thinking about something. Thinking's never great. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's body disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked? Yes, Makoto. We ourselves checked the door. We came here right as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There must be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall. Some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as models? Well, I mean, we're missing, I can just barely see the nails. 1, 2, 3, 4? Either way, all the hammers have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer. I guess that's the murder weapon. Oh no, not Hifumi. I didn't want to check that. I was trying to check the what is it? The dolly? The trolley? The cart? You know, the thing we all played on in gym class and then ran over our fingers? There we go. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. Guess it's used to move statues around. Painful memories, right? Those were so fun. And then, ow. Why do we all have functioning fingers still? That's the question. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Come on, Makoto! I know they gotta phrase it like that, so, you know, the players themselves do some thinking, but it's like, really? It's obvious it was used to move the bodies then, and the wheel got dragged through the blood. Alright, is there anything else? One of the monitors, okay. Ooh, Monokuma coin, thank you. Okay, yeah, looks like that's everything. There's only one way in and out of this room, through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. Oh! So I guess whoever moved the bodies was hiding in here and locked themselves in so they wouldn't be found. And waited until the ghost was clear before they let themselves out. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. I guess that's to prevent people from locking kids in here. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. The door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone I'm telling you, Hifumi, dead man walking. Not as in, like, the usual, oh, like, you know, he's still alive, but when we find him, he's a dead man. No, he was literally a dead man. Walking. Really? Look around a little more? Why? We found everything, didn't we? Or do I have to talk to Byakuya? Do I have to talk to Byakuya? I don't want to talk to Byakuya. No one likes Byakuya. Well, okay, people like Byakuya. Toko likes Byakuya. I'm sorry to all the Byakuya stands out there, whether or not you're in my chat or not. When we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood, blah 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 blah. Yes, we gotta talk to Byakuya. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone else could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died. Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words...
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay. But if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I guess that makes some sense. I mean, he is kind of dumb. Wow! Who needs enemies when you have friends like these? Like Makoto of all people being like, yeah, he's an idiot. It's like, wow. You're the one who's always standing up for people. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The one thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
I'm sorry? Because all the rule says is if you kill someone to get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps... I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Wow! Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. Okay. I'm getting mixed signals, Byakuya. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Probably. Because it would have meant, working together with someone. And that's the #1 thing he does not want to do. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. First the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room, where Taka was found. Yes, let's get out of here. Alright. Where to go first? I mean, I guess their equipment room is the closest. We speed! Woo-yoo. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hey, girl. Can you put your tongue back in your mouth? Thank you. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have been from... Probably. Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. Apparently elevators don't exist in this building, so who knows? That's still a total mystery. Dee Dee Art! Hello! How are you? Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. I guess it was less important to move. Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. And just recently, too. In the other room? Probably. Oh, come on. Toko's the last thing in here. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. God damn. Getting the resetting and getting the flag again is gonna be a pain in the patoot. That's really all you had? That's all you had? That's all you had for me? Useless. Useless! Alright, so we know the tarp and the repository comes from the equipment room. So maybe if we go back, we can make that connection? Let's see. Nope, okay. We're just supposed to make that connection on our own. Alright. Now, the nurse's office. Don't do the 1st floor. We can teleport, but let's walk. Need our exercise. Cut. Ah! Wrong stairs. Don't you hate it when you take the wrong stairs? The lighting in this school is crazy. Like, why is everything purple? Well, the nurse's office was pretty close to the stairs. If they could just drag the body up a couple flights of stairs, then... Alright, what do we got? Justice Hammer 3. The one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body, but left the weapon behind. Trash can? It's just a normal trash can, huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. I guess it's a glass cleaning cloth. No! Hifumi sacrificed his merch! So he had to clean the blood off. No! Got some kind of cartoon character on it. What was her name? Poochie Angel? Something like that? But it's all covered in blood.
Oh,
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me neither, but I think it might be imported. All a bunch of liars. The camera. There's Celeste. Oh, the fridge. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. In a nurse's office, it's more likely there's vaccines and stuff in there. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. Or blood transfusions, I guess. In a high school? Damn. It doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Not yet. Not with that attitude. Or is he done? Guys! Guys, that's why all the windows are covered. Because of the sunlight. There's a vampire in here. There's a vampire among us. That's why all the windows are covered. Guys, we cracked it! We cracked the case! You cracked the code, we cracked it! The game's like, oh, that's just to keep you guys from getting out. No, it's to keep them in with the vampire. I got it. I got it. Calling in now. Danganronpa 4, there be vampires. What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around, seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. Carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Why are we not suspecting Sakura? Sakura could totally do it. Alright. I think that's everything in here. So this this is where you were. I've been looking for you. Why? I thought we weren't friends. I want to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Okay! Yasuhiro's message. He said to go to Hiro's room, but... what's waiting for me there? Well, only one way to find out. Boop, 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 boop. Man, imagine if your dorms had red lights. I would go bananas. So there's Kyoko, Rip Kiyotaka. There's us. We're Kyoko's only neighbor now. Kiyotaka Mondo. Sayaka, Rip. Byakuya. Byakuya's got no neighbors. He's got no neighbors either. Oh, Toko's almost right across the hall. Chihiro, Toko has no neighbors either. Chihiro, Celeste. Celeste has no neighbors either. She even has the corner room, lucky her. Her room's probably a little bit bigger then. Aoi and Sakura. The girlfriends 8 feet apart. We love to see it. Leon, Rip. Yasuhiro. And then Hifumi. Hifumi was literally right at the end of the hall. That's crazy. The door is unlocked? Surprise! Oh, it's ad break. I just realized. Okay. We will hang tight. Bum 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 bum. Hydrate? I am. I'm almost out of my water though, but stream will be done in about an hour or so. That reminds me, I need to go into VTube Studio and set up all of the new redeem stuff. Now that VTube Studio lets you directly do the redeem, so you don't have to do a command through like Mix It Up or another program. A task for the weekend. The jazz player is like just aggressively jazzing. They're killing it, honestly. They were like, we need your best jazz solo performance of your career. And they were like, I got this. Who composed composed the music for Danganronpa. I forget. As much as the students here. You're not wrong. But how could you say that? Composer Masafumi Takada. Damn! He did. The guy who did the music for Danganronpa did music for No More Heroes. Shit. They worked on quite a lot. They sure have. I like the 1996 Danganronpa game. Is there anything else that I've played? Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles? What? Fatal Frame: Mask of the Lunar Eclipse? Damn. I had no idea. He's got quite the variety in his style then. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth? Wow. And then Master Detectives Archives Rank Code. Makes sense. Oh, and he's gonna be the composer for the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Nice. Oh, and he did the music for Tribe 9. Amazing. Perfect. Cyber Sleuth caught your eye? Have I heard of that one before? Cyber Sleuth, Cyber Sleuth, Cyber Sleuth, Cyber... Oh, right, Digimon. Yes. Did I pick... I think I picked that up recently. I picked up one of the Digimon games recently. Yes, I did pick up Cyber Sleuth. It was on sale. And I got Digimon Survive as well. Alright, back to it. Now that y'all are back from the ads. Doors unlocked. I guess I can go inside. It goes on sale super cheap frequently. It comes bundled. Nice. Yeah. It's the complete edition, so... Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. This is exactly how I would have expected his room to look. Is that a Rasen board? Where did he even get it all from? Most importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? This thing right here. It looks exactly like the board Shout-On has in Cardcaptor Sakura that he used for like dowsing the cloud cards. The Clo cards, I guess technically. In English it was Clow, but it's supposed to be Clo. Because this definitely looks like the Rasen board as well. But this is based on Chinese divination with the 5 elements. And then we've got palm reading. This would be tarot cards, but they look like plain cards. It's pretty grungy though. No! You're finally up. I was on the verge of going back to sleep. Oh no! How does the bathroom even get this dirty? You don't want to know. Steal the bathroom? I thought, can't we check the table? I guess not. No table for us, fine. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and some things made of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Literally was just gonna be like, pop and stream, disappear without any explanation. That's okay. I just always assume people either fell asleep or they just quietly went off to do something else, which is fine. Sometimes it's nicer for the streamer when people just quietly leave, because then it doesn't distract them, so I'm fine with either. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hiro's room. But wait, these blueprints. Something about them bothers me. Man. She doesn't like my yapathons, y'all. I get it. No, I like it, and I'm sorry. I had turned around because, hey, what are you doing? One of my cats is trying to chew on the handle of the dresser. So I'm like, excuse me, hold on, girly. Of course it's you, cat. Hello. Hey, cat. I have apprehended the criminal and brought her back to the scene of the crime. You're not as chatty as your sister, but do you want to say anything to chat? Nope. That's what I thought. Nothing to say for yourself, huh? Alright, down you go. Literally, it's like, girl! I fed you before stream started. I know they get food after I finish stream, so I'm like, I know it's getting close, but come on. Don't chew on the handles. But yeah, it looks like the handwriting doesn't match Hiro's, if he did in fact write the note calling us all to the dining hall. It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. Did you see the new Ian music video, Lazy Cat? It has a little black cat like Mogo and Pep. No! I haven't seen. I'll have to check it out. Thank you for mentioning it. Oh god. Speaking of, there is a Makoto Shinkai movie/series called A Girl and Her Cat, and it's about a black cat. Fucked me up, man, because Spoilers, but it's probably obvious what'll happen because at the beginning, you know the black cat is very old. Black cat ends up passing away, and I'm like, no, I don't want to think about that. I will link it in the Discord. Okay, thank you. Right? Like, it was a really good series, I will say that, because it does reflect on the girl's life and her growing up with the cat and stuff, but it made me so sad. Like, as soon as, like, her life gets back on track, the cat just quietly passes away, and I'm like, no! Like, that would have been bad enough, but they gave the cat, like, an inner monologue as well. So you know how much the cat loves their human, and they're upset they can't do anything to, like, help with their pain. I'm like, oh. We don't deserve animals, man. They love us so much. Man, related to that, I nearly picked a fight with one of the security guards today, because when we were coming back in from the fire alarm drill, like, he was talking about, it's like, oh, like, yeah, and one of them's, like, a hussy, and, like, they make noises at me, and it's like, I don't know what you want, but go away, I don't want you, kind of thing, and I was like, what is this guy talking about? And then he's like, I'm not a dog person. So I guess his wife, or, like, someone, or, like, his kids wanted a dog, and so they got one, but he hates the dog, and I nearly was like, what is wrong with you? Like, bro, what the hell, right? And I'm like, just, like, the way he was talking about the dog, I thought he was talking about he had, like, a teenage kid that was really, really, really bad and misbehaving and stuff. But no, I guess it's just a dog. The dog whines a lot or something like that. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not a dog person either, but I'm like, I would never talk about a person or an animal like that. What? Like, when you hear people talk about animals like that, I'm like, I know you're not a good person. Like, even if you don't like someone or an animal, you don't talk about them like that. How you speak about someone or something that can't defend themselves from you says a lot about a person. So there was the door. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Makoto! Big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found a Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. You should have said big news and bigger news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. Did they Kiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time? Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Dun 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 dun. Oh, look at y'all. You're all so tiny. Kyoko! And...
I mean,
Oh man, I have had the worst day. You know? Hero.
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Ha ha, yeah, duh, who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me when I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Now that would be crazy. That would be madness.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed in the pool room locker. Damn. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me! Could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden, without a trace.
Why?
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says this, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? I mean, if she told me never mind, I would assume it's I can't talk about this in a location where the mastermind could hear us. So shut up. That might require too many brain cells for Makoto right now, though.
and?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. One second I was asleep. I don't even know how that happened, and when I woke up, I was here, you know? Like, I am having the time of my life, basically. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
let me out of here.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself?
Got it all
I didn't make this stupid frickin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. How all that hair got contained in the helmet, we will never know. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious the one who put this costume and went on around hacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the way...
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are going on about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed him. It's been decided. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costume attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Maybe it wasn't actually meant to murder
That's
it.
not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Rip.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's 'cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. And against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly. It is a cosplay after all.
But
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly.
You insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there was another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
The worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him. Just because someone doesn't have an alibi doesn't mean they did it. The guy's been shoved in a locker.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Well, ain't this a pickle?
Oh.
I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea.
Then perhaps...
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? But... You were quite protective of her, yes? That's... because she's helped me out so much up until now. If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust. You've got a point. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. Well, well, well. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. Okay. That's the locker he was stuffed in. There's a big locker near the pool. Right?
What the heck?
There's no talking your way out of this one. You did it! Everyone knows it! Poor guy.
What the heck?
If you don't mind telling me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured it out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it! Aoi, chill. I did not! Wait, hold on. Those 2 are the ones that were killed.
How about
That's
that?
it! I know who did it!
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Fumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least
Which means
30%
Alter Ego
right.
and or Chihiro must have done it.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us! Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong.
Oh, so
Ah,
then.
I know, that note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find it, so don't tell anyone for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason, I fell asleep.
Hey.
Real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. What? Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape? Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, yeah, but... Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? I preyed on my desire to get out of here, they deceived me. I still don't buy it. You don't buy anything, Hina. You are the most distrusting person among them all.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
Please, you gotta believe me. I wanted her to fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you have to produce some evidence. Can you show us that note? How about we check all the trash cans? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Oh, poor boy. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broken, that's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Somebody help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound a gag you. Hina is insane. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for evidence. Right? Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet, don't fail me now! Guess I'd better get back to guard duty. Yeah, Hina, go away. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Oh, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation. It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when you have time. Will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. You reject me so simply. Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
go? Hey,
Poor Makoto. So, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing this from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
What, did you agree? How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. And I guess we should head that way for now. Alright. Well. Where's the stairs for the third floor? Not there, clearly. Ah, there we go. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Tuck always wore on his left hand? You did?
whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a watch?
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had an encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6. That's not 6! That's 5! Okay, no, it is 6. It's just weird. Cause it looks like the watch hand is tilted, but it's not. The button is at 3. If the button is at 3, then yes, it's 6 o'clock. Cause 3, 4, 5, 6. But looking at it straight on, it looks like it's 5. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6? Yes, Makoto, good job.
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. How long were you gonna keep us waiting? As he stared portally at his wristwatch. See, Makoto? You knew he had a watch.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 p.m. last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. How did no one notice this?
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigomotus has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Sakura is right there! I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper.
is that
I
right?
wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. I guess it's probably part of the note? A note calling him out? Biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi. Oh, alright, fine. It's just repeating itself. We need to talk to Kyoko again. We need to talk to Kyoko again. So, did you find anything? I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. Wad of paper?
that's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants. Damn, Kyoko. Well, I can only assume he's hidden it on purpose, you see? In his pants? Wait just so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. Forget about his socks! I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, it better be important. Hifumi, I'll never forgive you for this. Oh, there it is. There's the note.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However...
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Oh, right. 1 a.m. versus 6 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us that the note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note that they wrote to Hifumi asked to meet at 6.
Is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him.
So...
Part of it's been torn off, right? I think there's some likely meaning there. Yeah, it was Tataka. Think carefully.
Hey.
Come on, use your brain. Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
Hey.
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The 2 victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. And you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
You don't have to think about them at all. I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. Oh, okay. They were used to carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, when a handbook may play a role. Okay. Oh, here we go!
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Not particularly.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the... See you soon!
Bye!
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where an investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Alright, we'll wrap up here. Oh my god, how do I... What was it? F1? Yeah, there we go. Let's wrap up here, because this is the perfect place to stop for the night. Next time, we'll get into the class trial. Woo! Beautiful. That could not have gone more perfectly in terms of timing. Ooh, big stretch. Alright. Thank y'all for coming. Tomorrow, we're playing more Splatoon. I continue my my pew 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 shooter training arc. Lots of yapping to be had at the same time, I am sure. Let's see if I can. You're a squid now. I'm a squid now. Let's see. There's only Hintoki streaming right now, so if anyone has a suggestion for who else we could raid, by all means. We've raided Hintoki quite a bit recently, so I would like to spread the moonbeams to someone else if we can. And I'm terrible at picking people on my own. Let's see. Teeny Tanuki? Ooh, I love that name. Let's see. Teeny Tanuki. Oh, Outer Wilds. Oh, she's adorable. Alright. We will go raid Teeny Tanuki. Adorable. So, before we do that, Battle Royale. Let's go, everyone. Do 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 do. Here we go. And for any lurkers, any people still around from the raid, whatever else, if you would like to keep up with me, here is the Discord. Boop, 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 boop. And here's the raid message. Oh, Zon! Oh, Zon's barely hanging in there. I'm barely hanging in there. Oh, there I go. Drakon wins! Holding on to 1 HP. Yay! Was very close, yes. Alright, I will see you guys at 7 p.m. EST tomorrow for some Splatoon and some chit-chatting. For now, that's it for me. Thank you, Sato, for the raid again. Thank you to any raiders who stuck around and lurked. Thank you to all the lurkers, and thank you to all the moonbeams. So for now, that is it for me. If it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. And until next time, take care of yourself, wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye!